And my mission is for not only to be the voice for the voiceless.
Tyrese Gibson is being brutally honest with himself. The actor and the singer has co-starred in two of the biggest film franchises of all time, Transformers and the Fast and the Furious series, and his other choices working alongside talent like Mark Wahlberg, Naomi Harris, Forest Whitaker, and more are pretty impressive too. And now, Gibson, who also is a Grammy nominated singer, is featured in this season of TV One's Uncensored series, and he gets very candid talking about experiencing colorism and growing from a traumatic childhood. We chat. You're now talking a lot about colorism and how that affected you as a child. How did you push past that?
Back when we were proudly wearing this complexion, it wasn't always proud for us.
Yeah.
Black is black, but then amongst ourselves, there's this thing about light-skinned black folks, brown-skinned black folks, dark-skinned black folks, and I've heard every black joke there is. My nickname in the hood, which is funny, used to be Shaka, Shaka Zulu, and it just goes to show you that there is still to this day a level of colorism that's happening. I'm proud to see the shift. I look at Viola Davis, I look at Lupita, I look at Jaimin Hunsu, and I look at all the folks that's carrying this super black, dark-skinned, super chocolate torch. And I'm just so proud. And even you, my relationship with you over the years has been that you're not just a black woman, but you're a dark-skinned black woman, and you are out here killing it.
That means a lot. I want to go back to when you were a kid, because at some point you decided that you wanted to have a career in the entertainment medium, which is very visual. So how did you gain the confidence to decide, in spite of how you felt colorism affected you, to move past that and actually want to be center stage?
The confidence for me was not motivated by career or opportunity. I was broke and I was hungry. I always have to be conscious of what's happening. And obviously, when you're an entertainer and you don't have some 40, 50-year history in the business, you didn't learn from your mama, your daddy, how to conduct yourself, what to say, what not to say, how to go about making statements if you want to make them. You're going to get some backlash. You're going to deal with some controversy. You're going to be on your social media venting and unloading things that you're not supposed to, because you're not trained. You're in an airplane that took off since you were 16 years old, and you're trying to build this plane and figure out what it is to be in this game called life as the whole world is watching. And that's been the story of my life. I'm here, can't believe I'm still here. $9 billion in box office receipts on my name.
Talk about it.
Can't believe the millions of records that I've sold. I'm still selling out arenas when I do concerts. I'm not the biggest star in the world, but I can't believe my life. And I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, I mean, and you consistently make smart choices when it comes to your film career. As you mentioned, you co-starred in two of the biggest franchises of all time, and obviously you had your first look with John Singleton and Baby Boy. What's part of your process, because it's worked so well for you over the years?
You know, Will Smith said to me, who I just love and idolize to this day, he said, I'm going to tell you the difference between me and you. He said, muscles may come more natural for you. You are just naturally a very talented person who may not have to work as hard as I do at the craft of acting. He said to me, if I tried to go and do Training Day or Baby Boy, I would get laughed out of the theater. If Denzel Washington tried to do iRobot, he would probably get laughed out of the theater. But you're able to do both. But you don't work as hard as I do at the craft because the talent and the natural gifts that you have come easy for you. And that's what puts me in the league of my own, because my work ethic and my drive and my ambition to get it and be successful in these areas that may not come natural for me is what separates me from the others. Seeing him run 10 miles a day before he got to set,
Wow.
to see him working out for an hour when he had his first lunch break, to see all the charm and energy and charisma that he was given to all the crew members, and then to know that he's a $25 million player. I said, if it takes all this to get to 25 million, I don't want it.
Really?
Oh my God.
You know, I feel like you've always been pretty candid in your interviews, certainly with me in your interviews, but you're being probably even more candid than I think I've ever seen you be before, especially like in that TV1 Uncensored special that you did, extremely candid. Why is now the right time for you to be as vulnerable, as open, and as candid as you have been as of late?
Well, I mean, truth be told, thank you for that, by the way. What exactly is the point of having this God-given stage and platform if you're not going to use it to pull people up? And one thing about us as Black people, and I've been Black my whole life, we look forward to the chains and the rims and to show you how big our house is and being announced in Forbes magazine. But there's something very insecure about a lot of us where the idea of sharing or oversharing, we are threatened by the idea that somebody else may win from what you share. And at this point, I am overcommitted to not just saying, look at me, but giving people the gems and the stories and giving people permission to get off the pity potty. And sometimes looking at the shiny building of success, looking at the net worth in Forbes magazine, that's not enough to give people permission to be great. They want to hear the stories. They want to hear how you were able to turn those no's into a yes. My mission of doing Uncensored was to give people permission to do more.
You created some really dynamic music as a result of what the summer of 2020 has been like, legendary. Tell me a little bit about the creative process with putting that project together and working with CeeLo Green.
The song is called Legendary, featuring my brother CeeLo Green. The length of the video is 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which is how long that officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck. And if you were to watch the video from beginning to end, you will see Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, and Eric Garner. And it is a protest piece. God gave me this assignment, trying to be the voice for the voiceless. I'm just trying to, in this piece, get someone to decide to care, even though they're not Black and they don't live the Black experience. Just care. 100% of the proceeds is going to the families. This was something that was on my heart to do. And it would mean the world to me. If you go to my Instagram right now and look at it, the link is in my bio. It's on Vivo. It's on YouTube. Watch Legendary featuring CeeLo Green.
Thank you. That is so, so sweet. I always appreciate you.
Up next on Another Act, Michelle Buteau.